Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today is General Ravi Shankar, and we dissect the latest news coming from the United States. The United States has picked an ambassador for India. What's interesting is not just that. They have done something more than that. They have made the same person a special envoy for the South Asia and Central Asian region. This person is from Uzbekistan, I believe, and it is considered that is why he has been selected for this. However, there are some things that I have objections to this. India is such an important country for the United States. Would you just pick a loyalist to come and become the ambassador? Does that person even know diplomacy? That's first question. As a citizen of United States, I have this question. Are we really presenting our best foot forward here? But beyond that, what the heck is this thing about, hyphenating India with a bunch of countries and then saying that this guy is going to do this? I have a lot of problems dealing with that. But I would like the good general to share his views when you are kind of on 3 or 4 horses at the same time. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, that's a very interesting appointment which has been made. And this was the first time in this area that such an appointment has come in, and there's no history for that. Sergio Gor has been made the US ambassador to India and also to Central Asia and South Asia, a special envoy. Now, a bit about Sergio Gor. Why he's been picked? He is a hardcore loyalist of Trump. He's got no background of being in abroad, nothing in diplomacy, nothing in India on this region. He's got no expertise. So his only qualification is he's a hardcore political loyalist of Trump. And from what I could get from his background, he's been handpicked probably by Susie Wiles. And Susie Wiles is the chief of staff of White House, right? And I believe it is reputed that she controls Trump well, and she handles Trump well the best. And whatever she says, he does at the right time. So probably this has come. So why has he been appointed? That's the first question. And there are many answers to this. So we'll take option by option or answer by answer. And probably he feels that someone who's absolutely loyal to him should be here. And that is what he's reflected in his tweet. He said, I want someone he's someone who supported me to the core, and I want him here because in the most populous region of the earth, where he will carry out my MAGA agenda and all that. So that the first thing is, well, he's going to carry out a MAGA agenda, not a thing to improve India-US relations. So that's my first apprehension. And the second thing is, if you see the tweet which Sergio Gor has put out, nowhere it is said, I'm looking forward to doing well with India or anything about India. India doesn't figure there, except for the fact that I've been chosen to be thing. It's all about how he has to be loyal with and serve Trump out. So that's the first discordant note in this whole story. So I'm getting it from the beginning. So what's the larger picture? I'll give a couple of scenarios out. The first scenario, it's not a scenario, this is a scenario which is now there. He's been appointed as the envoy for South and Central Asia. Till now, India was clubbed with the Indo Pacific.
Correct.
So there's a huge geopolitical shift on the part of USA that Trump and his presidency see India as part of South and Central Asia, and Indo Pacific has been hived off. You have to see this in the fact that Elbridge Colby, who is in charge of the Indo Pacific and the Pacific part, he's been really left out of the equation. So is this the signal that a larger thing is going to come into play, and that Trump is going to focus more on Central Asia and South Asia? And the logic is, Central Asia and South Asia give him access to Russia, China, Iran, and of course India. At the same time, having a foot in Pakistan. So it gives him better control. And there's a new axis of containment to China and Russia through Central Asia. And this is an extension of what has happened in the Iran-Israel war, where today USA is the undisputed influence from Mediterranean to the Indian border. It's already there. Iran is there, but it has got no influence left. So this influence is going further. So is he reinforcing that success? Then this new framing makes a lot of sense. That's the first thing. So you are now going to be sucked into this new game which is going to evolve.
Correct.
Okay. The second part of the story is inherent in this is the hyphenation of India and Pakistan in this, which you spoke of. So will that play out? Will this man be the super ambassador between India and Pakistan, and automatically a certain amount of American mediation is thrust upon us? Is that the case? That will evolve as we go across and as we go along in time when this man comes here, and we'll see how it goes. Now the third issue is, I think there is also a realization in USA that they are on the verge of losing India. In fact, I wouldn't say the verge. There are a lot of people who have said already that we have lost India. How to salvage this relationship? To salvage this relationship, they had to put someone.
Yeah, but then you are doing the opposite by hyphenating India.
No,
they know they don't like it.
No,
India doesn't like it.
I go with you, but I know that. I am saying this. These are the options which are there. I'm only putting across to you the, what's on the table.
Right.
I'm just laying out the cards as they're there. So he has to send someone, otherwise, India is already turning towards China, and then it already has a good connect with Russia, and it's now very clear that India will not bow to US wishes of cutting off buying oil from Russia. So it will do what it wants. In which case, if Russia, India, China triangle comes up, USA has lost it. Whether the Ukraine war is won by whom, thereafter it is irrelevant.
Yeah.
And considering the fact that USA itself has internal problems of debt, economy, already yesterday only Jerome Powell has said that the economy is not doing well. Inflation is high, prices have gone high, and GDP is falling. So, and all due to tariffs. He said this. So they had to do something. So they fast forwarded this gentleman here. Then the next thing which comes in is, look, if they had put him as just a president, he had to go through confirmation through Senate, which will take 2-3 months. And then credentials have to be accepted by India.
Yes.
That whole process itself, by normal thing, will take about 4-5 months. That's a minimum. So till 4-5 months more, there's no ambassador here. So the lack of an ambassador means the relationship will go only further down. So he had to put someone here. How do you put anyone here immediately? He says, okay, you are the special envoy to this region. The special envoy is someone India can't stop.
So if I understand you correctly, General, so there are two parts here, viewers. He has two roles, right? I told you about multiple horses at the same time. So he has a special envoy role, which he can be effective immediately, but as an ambassador to India, that needs Senate confirmation. That's what General is alluding to. So you understand where it is. In other words, he can walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, but he's not a duck. Please understand what I'm trying to say. This is exactly what it is. Special envoy can be ambassadorial.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. He can walk like a duck, quack like a duck, but sound like a crow. Okay. Right? And so he can start functioning as an ambassador, as a special envoy. And all the ambassadors in the region will have to report to him. So the control in this area is much better. So that's the thing. So you might have immediately someone here to arrest the slide. Okay. That's one way of looking at it. There are other ways of looking at it. Look, the ambassador in India is central to the whole region. So you have, and this man is,
So influence his thinking the way you want him to think.
Yes. And he's here, and he is close to Trump. So you have a channel opening to Trump.
Correct.
Now it could happen. I'm giving you both sides of the story.
Yes.
It could happen that look, there are a lot of people within the Republican Party who are now saying Trump and Mr. Modi should have a call and sort out the problems.
Right.
But both of them are proud men. They'll not talk to each other. That's obvious. So in the absence of that, they need a conduit. Who's a conduit? So I'll send my guy. The requirement is now American, it's not Indian. Right? He'll send. So look, get through the trade deal, finish, get the deal, start talking to them. And anything I'm here to tell you. Okay? And he's a hardcore loyalist. He's got the thing. And the fact that he's very, very highly regarded by Trump, almost everyone who's who in the hierarchy of the Trump presidency has congratulated him. Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, Marco Rubio, Carrie Lake, Christine Yong, all those, including J.D. Vance, even Kennedy. Everyone has congratulated him for this. Some have said, welcome on board, this is the most important relationship, and although they didn't behave it that way. So that influence you can utilize. That's the other way of looking at it.
Absolutely.
You have someone very important who Trump considers important to be here. So both the sides are there. Now, we have to quickly adapt to this new reality. What is this new game which is being played out here? What is the fallout on the Indo Pacific? Here also I'll put out a couple of scenarios.
Sir, before you go there, I just want to mention something. Viewers, a few weeks ago, John Helmer came on Gunnershot and he talked about a very interesting meeting. Steve Witkoff, before the Alaska meeting, what happened? Steve Witkoff met with somebody in Russia. He met with Putin also. But the interesting thing that John said was that Trump's bagman met with Putin's bagman. That paved the way for this next thing, which was the Alaska meeting. Although now you may say, what exactly happened there? Nobody knows. The point I'm trying to make is, who is Steve Witkoff? He's a special envoy.
Yeah. Actually, let me put it. John Helmer said this is also small bagman. Okay. So that's the thing. Now, what's the new game? Last month or early this month, just when their CENTCOM chief, Kurila, was retiring.
Yes.
He came to Pakistan.
Yes.
Got a medal. But part of that was a conference of the Central Asian military chiefs.
Yes.
With Asim Munir and all that. So at that time itself, when one of the, either with P-Gurus
I think P-Gurus.
Yeah, I did say this. Look, there's a new
But
thing
India
happening.
was excluded in that, right?
No, India was not there. How can we go to Pakistan and talk about it? So there's something new happening. And there's a new front against China which is being opened through the Central Asian republics. And mind you, earlier USA did have some bases in the Central Asian republics. So a new thing is opening. And this is a new story.
Yes.
And they also know that we have a good hold in Central Asian republics. Mind you, we have a couple of embassies there. We have a military post out there. So, in fact, Rajiv was in charge there in Tajikistan.
Yes.
So, Rajiv is General Rajiv Narayanan. So, does it add up? So, you're looking at a new equation there. The second thing is, look, China has a lot of interest in Myanmar. It's shown a lot of interest in Bangladesh. Equally, USA is showing a lot of interest there in Myanmar and Bangladesh. Humanitarian corridor, rare earths. Now, if you scotch that rare earth smuggling which is going on, illegal mining in Myanmar, China's hold on rare earths will collapse, which the Americans have been trying. Let me put it, it's in our interest also to do that. So is there a case for us to start cooperating with them in that area?
Yes.
So you start controlling Bangladesh also and Myanmar
Yeah.
and that. So there is a congruence of interest because all this happens or Northeast also is secure. But with certain understandings. Look, this is your limit. Beyond that, we'll not let you do. So it's a new dynamic which will open. And we need to handle it. The third dynamic is how do you handle the new Indo Pacific? The Indo Pacific as such might not go away, but the fact is you have Elbridge Colby who is pro India, who wants more cooperation with India, and the Indo Pacific cannot be taken apart. Physically it's there, activities will be there. So there will be a overlap between Indo-Pacific activities and this new envoy. And if you can handle this whole story through Elbridge Colby and this together, and your own reach increases. After all, you've just gone to Philippines and done an exercise in the South China Sea with Philippines Navy. Our reach has gone across, and this is something which everyone should understand. I think one of the senior defense officials in Philippines has said it's only Indian Navy which has had the balls to come and do an exercise in South China Sea with 3 warships. Not even the US Navy has come.
Yes. He made that statement when he was in India.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Oh, he went there. After he went back there.
He went back
Wow.
there. Wow. Right? So we've got this thing. So things have changed. Just because we've had some problem with Trump doesn't mean a sausage.
Yes.
Look, virtually after Op Sindoor, I think there's a realization. Forget the hype of information warfare, this, all that nonsense. There's a realization that things could be tough for everyone.
Yes.
Right, with India. And India has come of age. You can't stop India militarily, economically, and everything. Now it's a matter of time. And it's a matter of thing that we keep at it.
Yes.
And do the right moves. Dare say, I would say, all these moves, whether he's pushed us towards China or Russia or this man coming, whichever way you look at it, I think it's a great opportunity for us to step out of everyone's shadows and grow on your own. That's why I said this whole thing is a new opportunity. Now come to that ambassador. How many ambassadors have come and gone in India? So what's so great about this fellow?
Yes.
Right? And how many times have we not had problems with the USA? We had problems with USA in 71. We had problems with them after a nuclear explosion in 74. Then they imposed NPT on us.
Yes.
Then they put MTCR on us. Then they put sanctions on us for our nuclear explosion.
Correct.
In
98, 99. Yeah.
Yeah. Then after that, this CATSA thing they were planning to put when we acquired S-400. And now they are on 50% tariffs. Oh, bhai, kitna do ho gaye hame? We are okay, yaar. You do what you want. We'll grow. Look, significant thing is, despite all this, we have grown.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Our growth has not stopped. So it's okay.
Well, viewers, one of the updates I wanted to tell you was that the crude rate has come down to now 47. That's a sanction amount that Europe has put now, EU has put on Russia. And people say India is getting a 5% discount. I say no, it's a $5 discount, which is a fairly good number, $42. I've done a separate program on this. Take a look at that one too. But you notice how, viewers, that now gunner shot, where gunner shot leaves, P Gurus picks it up, and where P Gurus leaves, gunner shot picks it up. So, it probably makes good sense for all of you to, subscribe to both our channels. We have a certain goal in our mind. We don't say, okay, this is what we are going to do. But the thought process, General and I are in the same wavelength. We kind of gel together, we do these things. The reason I'm saying all this is that if you have not subscribed to both our channels, please do so. I don't cover some areas that General does, and I cover some things that General doesn't. He has a very clear vision for his channel, and I have a slightly different vision. Again, very clear on my side. So please do watch our channels. please do subscribe to our channels, please do like our channels, please do join membership of our channels, and you will be enriched for that. Thanks once again, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar.